Hi guys, it's me again. So as promised, I am going to do my first 3 months video, which is going to basically talk about the first 3 months of pregnancy and what I experienced personally. Obviously not everyone's going to experience the same thing, but this is what I experienced. So I found out on the 26th of January this year, obviously, and I was 5 weeks and a bit when I found out, so technically 6. I had had sickness for about a fortnight previous, but because of the shifts I was doing, the hours I was doing, I just assumed that I was just ill and I was like a bit run down. I was absolutely shattered. I had what felt like period cramps for about a week and a half before I even did a test, and I just genuinely thought because of my endometriosis I was about to get the period from like hell and I was going to be in a lot of pain. It turned out, no, Bean was there, which is very good news for me. But the first symptom I got was obviously the sickness. I genuinely thought, like I said, I thought I was ill. It was only people at work going, "You're pregnant," and I'm sitting there going, "No, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't possibly." And then, boom, sitting on the toilet, minding my own business when I get home from a bloody 13-hour shift. I literally got in at 9:30. Yeah, 9:30. I just sat on the bus for an hour, texting everyone, going, "Oh, have a good shift, thanks for a good day," you know, sort of minding my own business. And I thought, oh, I really need a pee. And I thought, oh no, I'll do that pregnancy test. So I did that pregnancy test, and I'm sitting there minding my own business, you know, thinking about life in the universe on the toilet, as you do. Don't tell me you don't, because I know you do. So I'm sitting there going, oh, I should probably look at the lines now. And I looked and there was 2. And I thought, that usually means pregnant. Obviously I've picked up the other test and I assumed it was negative, because it usually is. So I just sort of realised about 2 seconds later that actually that isn't what it says on the instructions. And I sat with the instructions in front of me for about 10 minutes in denial, because I didn't believe it at all, whatsoever. And then I had to call someone to actually confirm that 2 lines definitely does mean pregnant, and what the hell I should do next. Turned out it was I had to go to the GP. But yeah, the GP was nice. They took me details, obviously, as they do. Then, I don't remember what happened after that. There was a lot of nothing while I was waiting for the midwife to contact me, because they only come when you're about 9-10 weeks. Which, you know, is fine, but, you know, there's like nothing for 8 weeks, and it drove me insane because of history. We were thinking, oh God, like, is anything going to happen? Well, the royal we, meaning me, was panicking. But everything was okay. We even went and got an early scan because I was being paranoid, and I just couldn't live thinking something terrible might have happened, or it might all be in my mind or whatever. So this is Bean, he's nicknamed Bean, at 8 weeks. This is his 8-week picture. You see him? He's just there. Little tiny Bean. Little tiny person. That was him at 8 weeks exactly. And he just sat there. You couldn't see much, obviously, because it was 8 weeks and nothing's happened much at 8 weeks. But I mean, you can't even see something on a scan until 4, so 8 is just about there. He was the size of a berry by that point, like a blueberry, so he was tiny. I'm going to keep referring to him as he until I find out, because I've got this feeling it's a boy. Then I had nothing, but I was still sort of battling the sickness, and I was having like cravings for cola, which is really rare for me because I never drink cola. And I was like all about oranges, and it was really weird at that point. Then I had a bit of a scare just before I turned 9 weeks, and I had a bleed. It wasn't heavy, it was just like spotting, but it was a bleed, and that was enough for me. And for any pregnant person anywhere, you know, you don't want to see blood. it's something you don't want to see. So I ended up in the early pregnancy clinic a week later. Turned out everything was fine. I just had a UTI, but you know, it's still scary when it happens to you, because you don't want it to happen to you. So that was fun. Not. But we got another scan, and you know, a week later, still little Bean sitting there, and he was fine, absolutely fine. It was just, he didn't have an UTI. And if you work in care or you've had a UTI, you know what they're bloody like. But when you're pregnant, like, your mind goes into overdrive and you start panicking and going, oh my god. So, sorry, wasted taxpayers' money there. Then, yeah, we were perfectly fine for another week and a half. And then I started getting problems with my joints because I was still doing 13, 11-hour shifts. It depended on the day. I was constantly at work. And my body, because I've put on a lot of weight very quickly in my stomach area, and I've got a lot of fluid, more than most people at this stage, and I look like I'm about 6 to 7 months pregnant, and I'm like only 4 now. It's a bit, yeah, so my body was struggling to kind of, you know, basically keep up with the amount of weight gain I was having, yet do all the work I used to do. It was a nightmare, and I ended up with a fortnight off, and that was not fun. But I basically sat with my leg up. But you know, everything to do with Bean is fine. I've been the problem as usual, because I'm a bad carrier or something, I don't know. But it seems to be fine. Everything seems to be fine, except for the fact that my tits are killing me, and they're sore, and they're still sore. And they were huge, and now they're even bigger. And no matter what you do, they ain't gonna get better, and you just kind of gotta deal with it, I'm afraid. Yay! We were fixed. We get a baby at the end then. Our 12-week scan was obviously 4 weeks ago now, but we got to see Bean again. And if you remember what he looked like at 8 weeks, this is him at 12, looking all cute. So he is, and definitely a little charmer, and we even got a free picture. Not twins. Not twins. Yeah, so we got a free picture because apparently it was too cute to throw away, according to the sonographer. Suits me fine. But yeah, that is my first 3 months. Hope that's been relatively informative, and I hope if you're pregnant it goes all swimmingly and beautiful, and I hope if you're trying you get your baby soon, and I hope that my wardrobe doesn't collapse on me, and I'll talk to you later. Right, bye.